He's being shot more times than Fiddy and makes Rambo look like a wimp. Meet Adrian Carton de Wiart, the Unkillable Soldier. This guy's life is so insane, you'll think it's made up. Spoiler alert, it's not. Our tale begins in 1880 Belgium. He was born into a rich family. He could have been a basic nepo baby disgrace like the ones of today, but he was a real G. You see, he grew up and went to study at Oxford, but that nerd life, it wasn't for him. He had war in his blood, and he chose violence. So without his dad's permission, he joined the British Army. And like a 16-year-old, lied about his age, saying he was 25. They took him anyways, because unlike today, back then, you didn't need to ask for ID or consent. So Adrian was deployed to fight in the Second Boer War. Was it an important war? It was in South Africa, and you're probably American, so nope. Anyways, Adrian gets shot in the stomach and the groin here, and just keeps on trucking. He was shipped back to England, and his father found out. Son, why did you go to war? It's terrible chaos. It's a field of death and despair. Blood as far as the eye can see. There's nothing for you there. You are right, father. It's everything you say and more. And I can't wait to go back! Whoa. So he goes back, but this time with his father's blessing and money. Flies first class and gets promoted. Just nepo baby things. But starts talking smack to his sergeant and gets demoted all within 24 hours. He buys another promotion, but there wasn't enough killing or bloodshed here, so he transfers to Somaliland to crush the Mad Mullah's rebellion, who's pretty much just a normal priest, a messiah, a dude who led those people in a holy war against the British. So Paul Atreides, but without white skin. For the British, he was just a naughty boy, and Adrian was sent to deal with it. Unfortunately, unlike other priests, he got no action from the mullah. So they sent him to India, where he started stabbing pigs with a big stick. It's called pig sticking, look it up. And while porking these pigs, he fell off his horse, breaking his ribs and ankles. It stopped him from doing what he loved so much. He shot a servant in the ass, complained about that horrid smell in India, and got shipped back to Britain, where all he did was drink, shoot, gamble, race, all the degenerate hobbies of today that we love. He became a naturalized British citizen and married Frederique, Maria, Coraline, Henrietta, Rosa, Sabina, Franziska, Frugger von Babenhausen. And no, he didn't become an Arabian Adrian with multiple lives. This is just one chick. Anyways, World War I started. Fucking finally. Adrian was deployed to Somalialand again and joined the Camel Corps. At this point, you're probably wondering, what the heck is a Somalialand? It's just north of Somalia, but they govern themselves kind of like Taiwan and China, but since no one gives a shit about them, the world just groups them into one country. So here, de Wiart is tasked with crossing the court into the Mad Mullah's fort and ending his life support. But this time, things get a little spicy. He's shot 3 times, one taking parts of his ear off, another in the eye, and another bullet fucking ricochets into the same eye. He loses that eye and returns home. Wow, that was most exhilarating fun. He loved it so much, he asks to be redeployed again, but this time, not to a small bullshit war in Africa. He wants to fight with the big boys now, on the Western Front, in Europe. Okay, but you gotta wear this glass eye though, cause you kinda look like a weak bitch right now. Yeah, whatever. So as soon as Adrian puts that eye in, he rips it out, throws it away, cause it's itchy, and puts on an eye patch instead. He gets redeployed and joins the Dragoon Guards at the Battle of Ypres, where his Richrots gets shot, shattering his fingers, with the 2 fingers pretty much just hanging by the skin. So he's in a lot of fucking pain right now, and doctors didn't want to amputate it yet. So this motherfucker rips the 2 fingers off right in front of him. That's some serious DIY right there. The hand was amputated later. He could have retired then, but nah, he ain't no bitch, and was redeployed again to the Battle of the Somme. Ha, lol, look, they have a one-eyed, one-armed soldier. What's he gonna do? He's armless. But Adrian didn't stand for the disrespect, so he pulls pins off grenades with his teeth and threw them with his one hand, fucking them up. Adrian doesn't die here, but all the leaders of the 3 different units in the 8th Battalion were wiped out. So this badass motherfucker takes command, but there's only one problem. Since there's no radios, no phones, and no fucking carrier pigeons, Adrian does what Adrian does. He runs his orders back and forth between the 3 units, dodging a hellstorm of bullets, missiles, bombs, fire, mortars, shells, mines. He runs through no man's land where no fucking man should be, and he held off the Germans, and won a Victoria Cross for it. It's the highest decoration a Brit can receive. But this honorable mad lad didn't even accept it as his own. It belongs to the 8th. So it's in a museum somewhere. Then one fateful day, at the Battle of the Devil's Wood, Adrian was shot in the head. And that's his story. Nah, just kidding. Motherfucker didn't die. Because what do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
And he chooses to be redeployed again. He was shot in the hip at the Battle of Passchendaele, redeployed. Shot at the leg at Cambrai, redeployed. And shot in the fucking ear again at Arras. And once the war was over, all Adrian said about it was, frankly, I enjoyed it. This absolute mad lad. But just because the Great War was over, doesn't mean Adrian retired. Nah, there was more war to find, and if there was war, you were bound to find Adrian Carton de Wiart. He moved to Poland to fight against the Russians. The year is 1919, and en route, he survives 2 plane crashes, comes out of the wreckage, and starts smuggling guns for the Poles. So one day he's on a train, just being raided by the Cossacks, and what does Adrian do? He defends it, single-handedly, literally. He fell off the train, but this insane motherfucker climbs back on and gets away. Poland wins the war. Adrian Carton de Wiart retires in Poland as a major general. But not so fast. September 1939, World War II starts. Poland gets rocked. So this one-eyed, one-armed 60-year-old man now sneaks out of Poland, gets to the UK, and redeployed to Norway. But just as he gets there, surprise motherfucker, the Nazis shoot him down. He survives, but not even Boeing can assassinate this soldier. But instead of going onto the lifeboats, they're easy targets. Adrian Carton de Wiart just floats on his back, soaking in sun rays. Hit me, bro! They run out of bullets and leave. He heads to town and finds that his army has no weapons, has no ammo, has no bombs, and Adrian suggests withdrawing, but his bosses told him to defend it. He defends it. Then when he defended it enough, his superiors decide to let him abandon that vantage point. So Adrian led his army under the constant barrage of bullets, missiles, and explosives through the mountain back to the sea where the navies bring them home. They arrive to UK soil on his birthday. But there's no time to celebrate. This is war. If anything, war is how Adrian celebrates any occasion. He gets sent to Yugoslavia, but the plane, it fucking crashes in mid-air. The Italians capture him and ship him off to a prison full of oldie soldiers. But Adrian, remember, he's one-eyed, one-armed. He digs a tunnel for 7 months and escapes with some other buddies. So there he was, a heavily battle-scarred old man with a bunch of other old men who couldn't speak a lick of Italian, just wandering the countryside. It's a miracle that they avoided capture for 8 more days. But this is when Italy wanted the war to end, so who's better than an established commander to broker a peace? And Adrian smelled like shit at this point, and the Italians, being Italians, didn't even want to look at him. So they got him a tailor, and this is what he told them, word for word. I'm good, I don't want to look like a gigolo. But they eventually found him something he liked, and off he went to do some negotiating. And after they were done negotiating, it was back to the UK for him, and Adrian finally got to have some rest. Nope! He was flown out to China to help Chiang Kai-shek and General Mao fight against the Japanese. Fun fact, Chiang Kai-shek is the dude who founded Taiwan and was exiled by Mao. A story for another time. He liked Chiang Kai-shek too, but as for Mao, ew, get out of here, scoot, you fucking communist. He shit-talks Mao to his face about his beliefs and gets away with it. Can't do that shit today. Anyways, his time in China was relatively peaceful. He only survived another plane crash, fell down the stairs, broke his back, a few vertebrae. But this time, at least the doctors were kind enough to remove the extra metal still in his body, which probably made up half his weight by now. He was 66 when the war finally ended, and now he was ready to retire. Adrian Carton de Wiart moves to Ireland and logs off on June 5th, 1963, age 83, with a pristine KDA. And that's the story of the man who gives war PTSD. So the next time you think you're having a tough day, just remember Adrian, the man who literally shrugs off bullets. It's okay here, reminding you that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Stay curious. Now push that subscribe button, soldier. Push it, push it, push it!